Hello guys, Shockwave King here, back here, back here again, and yeah, it's. I'm a little late this week. I don't know. I didn't think I'd be up to it to do it this week, to do the review, but I have to put around 13. What chapter are you on now? I'm putting the round passcode in the wrong phone. Round 1379. Jesus. Kind of feel like we should have been closer to 1400 by now these days. 1349, 79. I quit skimming through the chat. I don't even know what's going on, but apparently it could be good. It could be bad. Who knows? But let's get right into this. The night that Alpha and Omega cross paths draws closer. With each moment, around 1379, what I can do now. And it picks back up with Miguel and Vor's coach. I can't remember his name. I just stopped thinking about it. I think it's like Denaki. Miguel's like the final stop. There's nothing beyond him. If Wally's the first train, then nowhere. If Wally's the first train, then there's nowhere but forward. Continue down the endless path. This should be a fun trip. And the Naki's like, I can only think it'll be a dangerous trip. Up to now, that boy and I have been on a thrilling adventure, Miguel says. It's impossible for an old man like me to stick with him till the end, but, well... And Vor's coach asked him a question. And what are your chances of winning? I plan to ask, but Miguel's like, chances, eh? Seems like we got no chance. And Vor's coach like, I hope you're not just gonna wing it. And Miguel scratches his head. And like Vor's coach like, Miguel's like, any chances are just nonsense. And Vor's coach like, what the hell? Miguel's like, that's quite boring. Young one's future and old man excitement. Are you saying we should quantify that? What type of face is that? Miguel, what are you doing? And Vor's coach is just like, wait, his expression is like, what? Miguel continues. That boy is truly my son. His personality, his potential is also dazzling. After I set the stage, introduce him to his partner, there's no point in worrying. I just need to squint my eyes and watch his brilliance. By chasing Ricardo, without a doubt, Wally will shine brighter and even hotter. That radiance will continue to illuminate the rest of my years. And boy, coach just sighs. And he says to himself, I quite don't get it. Did you, Korigama? And someone just yells like, what? But the comment on that, Miguel, I'm starting to bring your personality into question here. You claimed that Brian Hawk was out of control. He was an animal. He was just a beast. What do you mean I'm supposed to stop him? Now it seems more like you was influencing and fueling his bad behavior. It seems like you was juiced up by it. It seems like you had absolutely no problem with that animal acting. That's it. I don't know, man. It looking suspicious of Miguel. Miguel tried to act like he was just some innocent old man, and Brian Hawk was the animal. But it's starting to seem like that these was just two old savage and a young savage, and the old one just teaching the young one how to be a better savage. That's it. Just wow. And Vork says, you want to be a geologist? And Wallace says, yep. It said that animals are dying out. I want to know why. Deforestation, environmental pollution, global warming. There's a lot to think about it. A lot for us to think about. I want to think about it other than when I'm close up with the animals. Quick side tangent. Quick question. If you care that much about deforestation, then you should be targeting companies and the governments that allow them to do what they're doing. You can't blame the entire population when no population is telling people to cut down more and more trees. uh, pollution. Somehow I should change my car to electric, but the military runs on gas and diesel. The cargo company runs on gas and diesel. Everybody runs on gas and diesel. So what do you mean pollution? Why won't you shut them down and an average man would just have to follow suit? Like what do you talk? And then I'm gonna get into. It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. And Vork says the wolves from our country. The wolves are gone from your country, aren't they, Vork? Mm. If you're talking about Russia, I don't know. But from America, that was that was just some extreme hunting back then. Wallace says, doesn't that hurt you, your heart? And Voight says, he thinks there's a global warming. I didn't expect phrases like this to come from him. Wallace says, I didn't know anything, but Miguel taught me a lot of words. He taught me how to study. He taught me the outside world. Miguel, I'm gonna have to crack your skull open. What have you done to the boy? If I started my tiny island, I wouldn't know anything. But Miguel doesn't just give me boxing. He gave me an entire giant world. That's why I have to repay him. And Voice like repay him like how? They're going on when you going to cut CO2 emissions. And Wally gives off like an unusual face. And Voight face palms. And Wally's like, right now, what I could do, right now, the only thing I can do is become world champion. Voight pauses. The squirrel runs away. Wally gives him away. Vork smiles, and Vork thinks to himself, I wouldn't have guessed you'd be thinking about environmental issues. You're incredible. Honestly, I can't see any chance of him winning. A hopeless night's await him. Everyone in the world must think so too. And yet, I wonder how it'll all turn out. And Wallace says, hey, let's go back to practice. And Vork says, I agree. This smile is as bright as the sun. It is taken off the darkness can't wait. The shaking off the darkness can't be It's shaking off the darkness can't be wait. That must be on me. But I don't really that came out of left field for Wally. I'm glad that Wally's not an idiot. I'm glad that Wally's learning, but whatever happened to boxing was fun. What happened to that? But I gotta repeat, Miguel. You become world champion, Wally. And then what? And then he wants to be a zoologist, which there's nothing wrong with being that, but you kind of slip into that mentality that some people fall into as a champion, where I'm world champion, and now what? You're just gonna vacate after that. You're just gonna retire. You're gonna try to be the best. It's just you can't have one foot in and one foot out of the sport. It's different when you're working two different jobs. But when you're mentally not stable with the sport, then things fall apart. Like what's happening right now? What do you mean you want to be a physiologist? That stuff can wait. What are you talking about, Wally? Like you doing this? Yeah, Wally's gonna Wally's gonna lose. Wally's gonna no. All my hope for Wally just died. Thanks, Warwick. Thanks, Miguel. Thanks. What the fuck? Like what happened? And then like Miguel's just like, well, you don't believe in Wally? You didn't see what he did to Makanuchi, who was ranked 8th in the world around the time, or at least close to top 10? Really? Like, and what had you just been throwing him up against trash cans? Like, what are you talking about, Miguel? I'm like, think about Uvork. Like, what do you mean he has no chances of winning? What are you talking about? What has Miguel taught him? And then, like, I thought the whole somersaults and things in the last chapter was just jokes and whatever. He didn't obviously do those things against Ippo, but it's starting to look concerning. It's starting to look like this could be some more shenanigans. I swear, if they butcher this fight, I am done. I am done. I can't do it no more. You fucked up Nishiba. You fucked up Keith Dragon. I can't do it after this. I just can't. I can't. I swear, if this fight goes bad, there'll be a problem. I can't do this shit no more. I've seen too many things I care about die. If Ippo's the next one, then fuck it. And then like the environmental issues, it's just like you can't give Volley a better way. You can't just have him try to make better energy. He can't be. He might want to be a politician, a zoologist. That doesn't do anything. Just there was a woman who tried to report about the booming polar bear populations, and she was laughed out. And she had actual facts that just made fun of her. And just wanted to put the same air that the polar bears are dying. So it's just like what are we doing, George? Like what are you doing, man? Maybe I'm just being irrational. Maybe this is some great stuff I'm reading right now. But this is just like not even Miguel. Like what you doing, man? If they butcher the fight, I can't. I'm telling you, I can't make it through another butchered fight. I can't make it through another ruined character. I just can't do it. But the chapter's not over, of course. It continues, and Ippo yells out, "Mushiba's sun jaw is broken." So, I guess the whole crack panel we saw earlier was correct. And Kumi's like, "It seems so." And there's Teihen Kataro. Ippo continues, "I guess it was an intense fight. I thought he would manage to get away with any real injuries, but..." Wait, what? Ippo says his jaw hunt, "I see. Ippo, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna bring your idiot neck." Did you not... Were we not watching the same fight, you big dummy? I'm gonna kill... Ooh, what is he, 5'5"? I'm gonna break this man's neck. Akumi says his lower jawbone was cracked. That's not really a broken jaw. That's more of a fracture than anything else. I could be wrong. Well, that's a... George, what's happening there? That's an unusual jawbone there. You've done better than this. Like with the Dante fight. Like what's... Like if he was to close his jaw, that wouldn't make... Like what... You know what? Let's just keep on rolling. Although since it was a clean break, it should heal. It should heal apparently. It should apparently heal quickly. He can come back in about 3 or 4 months. Ippo's like, "That's great." Dante saw jaw was nearly pulverized. He needed plastic surgery. Apparently, even now he still has some trouble chewing. And Ippo continues, "Since he's got a world title match coming up, we should coming up. Take care of him." And Kumi says, "I'll keep him calm and collected for a bit." And like tell you, it's like just a horrifying conversation. It's like nothing to them. It's just a broken jaw, man. That's serious. And then again, it's I don't know. Ippo got his eye split open this first fight, and it's just this is quite common. Then again, these are I get into Tay and Kataru. And Kataru's like, "That's great." No, it isn't. A combo between boxing and his nurses is seriously fucked up. She's not really his nurse. Not really. She's just a nurse, and she shows up from every once in a while. That's pretty much it. Yeah. She's pretty much. It's yeah. I'm going to Mexico again. Of course. What? Of course, the fight's gonna be in Mexico. Of course. We're going back to. Can we go to like? Is there another fight? Like Ricardo can't fight somewhere else. Damn it. We're gonna have Gonzalez. It is what it is. Ricardo sent him one, and Akuma yells out, "What? Why? For a match?" He was out to watch a match for research. There's no way I ever fight in a match. Besides, the opponent is a superstar. Even if I were after, I think it'd be unthinkable. And Kuma's like, "Okay, I see. Okay." He looks up to him so much. I can't think of him that way. It seems, but if he was seeing to see him, he would urge him to fight more. No, no. By the way, Makisi-san, what does Miyata-san mean to you? Ippo says he's my goal. Kumi has no response. And Ippo says, where rather he is, is he like what? George? It's to be continued. 16 page George. I can't do this shit no more, man. I just can't. Just come out and say he's never coming back. Stop wasting time. We've already addressed this Miata shit before. Why does she need to ask him again? Didn't Ippo already tell her that she turned him down? What the fuck you? Why is she asking this again? Why didn't she ask what does Ricardo mean to you? That would have made more sense. Because it seems like anybody who's connected with Ricardo or used to be around Ricardo, it keeps pulling him back in. Like Alfredo Gonzalez, you had to go see that fight. Now you got to go to Mexico to see Ricardo versus Wally. Why are you going out there to see those two people? At least you know Sendo. Who the fuck is Wally? Some random dude you fought one? That should be a better conversation. What do you mean? It's not, what does Ricardo mean to you, you big dummy? I don't know if I can keep doing this, man. I don't know if I can keep doing this. I'm like, this is some bullshit. Like what the fuck is this, man? We got Wally want to be a zoologist. That comes out of nowhere. And he's just talking about all type of current day issues of climate. I don't give a fuck. What does this have to do with his fucking match? And it's sad. It is very sad. Because it's not like this would have been a bad extra thing to his personality. But it just, this shit seems quite random. And he's like, Miguel, like, what the fuck you mean, Miguel? You one moment you act like Brian Hawk, he was an uncontrollable animal. Seems like you had no problem with him being an outright savage 100%, and not man, is this, he was an animal, and them young ones get me gassed up, man. What the fuck you mean? What was all that when Ralph Anderson was being an animal? What do you mean? It is what it is. It is what it is. Miguel is just like, I guess, like, there's no game plan. I thought you was teaching him, what have you been teaching him these last two fights? Like, what are you doing? And then, like, what the fuck? I can't keep doing this shit, man. I can't keep doing it. And then, like, I swear, if he was talking about America with, there aren't any more wolves here anymore, that wasn't climate change. That was just people just hunting people to death. No different when they used to beat jackrabbits to death doing the Dust Bowl and make rabbit stew. That was just that old not really caring about animals back then. You can't really stop people from back then. There was no parks back then, really, that people was obeying. And even then, they still poach it to this date, so... So it's like, it seems like Miguel is not even believing in Wally. It seems like Wally himself is just like, fuck it, I'm just trying to become world champion for the old man. I thought boxing was fun. I thought you wanted to learn boxing. This is why that whole him wanting to be something else is, it shouldn't be surprising or mind-blowing. But even then, it's just like, I thought boxing was fun. I thought you wanted to do this. So it's just like, it sounds like your heart is not even in this fucking match. That's what it sounds like. Miguel's just saying, fuck it. We're just gonna let him loose in the ring and just see what happens. Let me not see what he did to Makaneuchi. Who has he been fighting these last two fights? I'm not concerned that it's gonna be a garbage fight. And then with Ippo, he's just, another thing. I'm sick of seeing Keihin Tataru not a damn thing. I'm sick of this shit. How much longer must I see Teihei and Kentaro do absolutely nothing? We got Aoki's brother and Kentaro, he's just there, smoking a pack of cigarettes and rolling dice. Like, what the fuck is he doing there? When is Etagaki go get some plot relevance? And then you got fucking Kimura to send off on the sidelines where it's just like, he's 50-50 into boxing, what is he gonna do? And we got entire chapters to waste on Miguel talking his fucking nonsense. We got chapters to waste on Wally wanting to be a fucking zoologist. Where's your mind in the game? Where is it? We could have had this whole talk in the fucking locker room after Warner lost. Really? You want to be a zoologist? I want to make change to this world. The destruction we're doing, whether it's our fault, the government, it doesn't make any difference. I want to make change. And by being a geologist, I can pinpoint the issues and I can try to change the world for the better for everyone. Whether it's from climate change, whether it's from deforestation, whatever it is, I want to study these animals. I want to become something more, and I want to save our planet. I want to completely accept it. You want to be a geologist? All right then. Fuck that. That's not the way they went. Fuck it. And then with this whole flip flop back and forth, Ippo is coming back. He's not coming back, George. It's time to stop. Matter of fact, I'm interested away from saying fucking end it. You gave Misha a bad fight. That never happened. Like how Takamura didn't have shitty fights, a shitty major fight that wasn't a comical joke until Keith Dragon. What the fuck happened with that? We had that. And Misha will fight back to back. One guy serious trash. Oh, Ippo, I didn't think he'd be that badly beat up. Are you stupid? What fight were you watching when he got milli-whopped, shocked, and dropped? No, he didn't get dropped. He got milli-whopped, and then he came back with return fight. What do you know, it is what it is. This is a matchup went on for 8 rounds with Misha was on the ropes, and you gonna sit here and say you expected him not to be hurt, Ippo? I should break your effing neck, man. I should curve stomp your bitch ass right now. The only good thing right now is Sendo. That's it. That's literally it. And this match been pushed back for Wally. I swear, if they fuck up Ricardo and Wally, if George mess up this match, I am done. I'm done with the series. I guess the channel gonna die. I'm gonna do something else. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But I can't keep doing this bullshit, man. It's One Punch Man. It's One Piece. It's like anything I want to read is going down the toilet. Baki is fucking going nowhere. Gaido is not. He's like we've all seen Jack Hammer do that shit before, man. What you talk? It is what it is. I realized a long time ago that the problem is not. It's not entertainment, it's me, man. This is some bullshit. Really, George? This is what we're doing? Really? Really? This is the best you could. Ooh, boy. That blood pressure is rising, boy. I'll give him that. That blood pressure is fucking rising. I'll give George that. This shit's ridiculous. So if you missed out, we got like the video, like, comment, subscribe. We got thoughts and opinions about this chapter. I'm just being an out of control rage machine, or is this? I'm getting tired of this shit. Where's the rest of the character development? Why is Teihen Kentaro ain't doing shit? Itagaki not doing a damn thing. What about Ioki for Shinobu? What about that? It's just like we got other characters, and it's just like you're not doing shit. Miyata ain't doing shit. He's like, what we had time to talk about? Fucking like we had two complete chapters, 2 chapters. With not much happening, because Waller don't even do somersaults in the fucking ring. Or do that stupid shit he was doing in practice. So that had no relevance to the actual fight. And it's just like, you could have packed half of this shit into the last chapter, and it just would have been the same. It is what it is. Leave me a guys like the video, like, comment, subscribe, and peace.